Welcome in, everybody. My name is Katie Lynn, K80LYN. What you see here in front of you is human design. This is Mizkif. This is Mizkif's user manual in life. It can tell a lot. We don't have a lot of time here today. Incarnation cross means this is Mizkif's purpose in life. What is the purpose of human design? It's so that you can understand your energetic blueprints, so that you can say your proper yes and no when you're making your decisions based on your yes and no correctly for you and your energy within the TOS of life. Then you allow your purpose to flow through you without getting your brain all involved and wasting your energy in things that you shouldn't be involved in. So who is Mizkif? Well, Mizkif is this person who has this juicy life force energy, and he is here to pull people, places, things in life towards him. Everything that is colored inside of this chart is Mizkif. Now, the thing is that I don't have your exact time of birth, so I don't know exactly the fine details of this, but there's a lot of continuity on your day of birth. What is you? What are you putting out there? Well, you can see that from this red square going up to that yellow diamond. This is a circle going to the G center. Meow. And this is the channel of the beat, the keeper of the keys. You might be unaware that you're just in this certain beat in life, or maybe people looking over in your past see you as a person who is just keeping the keys to what? The kingdom. Well, running down here, this is the root, and it's going over to the spleen. And this here is the channel of struggle, a design of being stubborn. And what this is really about is you knowing what is worth fighting for or not, what's worth struggling for or not, what's worth taking risks for or not, because it's going to be correct for you and your health. I want to talk about that a little bit more, though. That particular channel has a chance of experiencing melancholy. And what that might feel like for you is, well, why would I even bother struggling anymore? And that can be quite deep. So make sure you talk to your doctors and stuff about that. But when you have that melancholic presence, then it's just an indication of something that's really creative that's about to happen. So there is that light at the end of the tunnel. All right, moving up here from the yellow diamond to the brown square there, that's the throat center. So this is the channel of inspiration, the design of being a creative role model. And growing up, you might not have seen or known why people saw you as the role model, as the person who's inspirational, the person who doesn't know necessarily what is to contribute, but they do anyhow. Regarding these two channels as well, here and here, they're both individual, which means that, you might say things like, why would I even bother being that leader? People are never going to see me. But the thing is that you can't have this forced leadership. People are only going to recognize you only when the time is right. Because it's just like driving around in a taxi. If you try to pick up people who don't want to get in a taxi, it's not going to work. But this particular set of individual circuitry is about melancholy as well. So you might feel melancholic about, why would I even bother trying to be the keeper of this kingdom? Why would I even bother being the leader? And up here too, you can see that the one in the middle is also individual. And that would be, why would I even bother having this new knowing? You're a person who is here, who just has this new knowing, this awareness. You're a design of being a thinker. And only 30% of this world has, their head engaged like this. So maybe that's why you do feel different regarding your focus issues. And also over here, this is a channel of logic, a design of mental ease mixed with doubt. So it's either you're just going to have this doubt or you're not. And you're going to have this new knowing or you're not. Why would I even bother having this new knowing? It's never going to come. So you have this very big chance of being melancholic, and that's okay. Now down here, moving from the root center over to the spleen center, the 41 to the 30, this is the channel of synthesis, a design of recognition. And the only way you can be recognized is if the collective does recognize you. It can't be forced. So you're a person who just really has the energy to get all of these things started, but not necessarily the energy to commit to them or finish them. Now, because you are a person who has a triple split definition, that means that you're a person who's meant to wait and be patient with your decisions. And same with your solar plexus being defined. That's a second place that indicates that you need to be patient. When you're a person who makes instantaneous decisions, I bet you kind of kick yourself in the booty and say, oh, why did I just do that? So this is about fixed pressure, fixed adrenaline. This is about knowing when enough's enough. This is about knowing what's healthy for you or not. This is about knowing a sense of fixedness in your emotions. This is about metamorphosis, and this is about transformation. Fixedness in conceptualization, and fixedness in being inspirational or being inspired. You'll notice that there's one left open. This is the heart center. It's not about love. It's about commitment and willfulness. So regarding this, if you're acting not self, so let's just say if you actually got an analysis done and I taught you how to say your yes and no, and you went against what your energy is telling you to do, well, you will find yourself frustrated. Some of the expressions that come out of here is that you'll try to feel like you have to prove yourself. You'll feel like you have to control stuff. So try to prove what? Try to prove that you are in control of your materialistic self or your competitive self. Try to prove that you can go harder, better, faster, stronger. But the thing is that because you are triple definition, there's 3 or 4 or 5 different things that you might try to prove. The thing is, right here, this is where a person may not feel like they're enough, or they feel like they're not deserving, or I just want to remind you that you are enough, you are deserving, and there's nothing that you need to do to overcommit or to feel like you have to commit to if you don't want to. Just to prove yourself, that is. To be a better community member, to be a better leader. You don't have to. Make sure that you are being patient with yourself. Taking that time, and all of this individual definition here, it's meant to be deaf. I bet people around you were just like, why doesn't he just listen? Or people told you things 3 times or 18 times and you finally heard them. It's because you're not meant to be transformed by the other. You are meant to be you. You're meant to be transformative. You are meant to lead people on a new direction. You are meant to be taking new directions. Details. You have the possibility of being a yes man. So I'm just going to cut it off. I could talk for years. Thank you so much for listening.